Again, I'm just going to say you're all on different timelines, so that if it doesn't speak to you this month, try back for might be something that resonates further out. But right now, just going to take you through the cards I have. What I see here overall is we've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the World, Page, Pentacles, Hermit, King of Swords. So main energies out, of course, would be the Hermit, the World. Ten of Pentacles to me is a pretty significant one as well. But on in this particular reading, I would say you are really in a place where you're trying to create a fresh start for yourself. So when I look at the Ten of Pentacles, this seems to be that there is some resistance around family. I would say with the Ten of Pentacles, even around, excuse me, money for a certain number of you. I would say that, I mean, normally the Ten of Pentacles definitely can be an indication that you've reached some set of, financial gain. And certainly I'm not saying that that's not here. I mean, there is a sense that Ten of Pentacles will be coming through, but because I see the Nine of Wands under it, I don't feel like it's specific to that particular amount of money. I do see the Page of Pentacles over here. So there is something that might be related to this Ten of Pentacles. Right now, you're not quite in that energy of feeling like you're thriving yet, but it does look like it is a path still nonetheless that is going to operate in a way that allows you to feel very secure. And again, whatever that security is for you, Ten of Pentacles does speak to feeling very content, definitely feels like very grounded energy, and it's certainly in around that abundance and community feel, and feeling like you've got a legacy of some sort that's being left here. So could be around something that you are putting your time and energy into, that is where that money is, sort of helping you to shape a dream, that kind of thing. And it definitely appears to be getting ready for something that is going to be, creating a new start for you. However, again, you're still in the energy of the Nine of Wands. There's a certain level of defensiveness around this. So it's almost like you're in the last stretch of something. You're hoping for something to come through. Excuse me, but again, the Nine of Wands is you just need to have some more resiliency to get through whatever this is. You've got a lot of determination and faith, or you will be required to have that, and able to motivate yourself into this last position. So you do need to, because this is a card of really trying to get through some of the grueling last stages of things, I feel like you're a little bit burned out or feeling a little exhausted, but you're very protective of your vision here for sure. Feels like something that you might be tested with just to see. There might be a little last test here before you actually move into this space of the world. The World card is for sure that new beginning. Of course, we've got the Hermit over here, and the Hermit is all about taking that time, pulling back, really doing some inner reflection and contemplating your moves, sort of going into that soul searching sort of path is what I would say there, and certainly allowing yourself to figure out how to expand with that World card coming in here. So I feel like that's kind of the space that you're in. World card is a finish up cycle, but it's almost like, and of course you're very close to that with the Nine of Wands and with the World card. So it definitely feels like there's maybe a little last test or a little last push in a direction that you don't really want to move in, but the universe is saying you need to face this first before you can move into this new fresh start, because there's the Judgment card following that. So again, the World card sort of speaks to, again, finishing a cycle, which means you're integrating lessons of some sort. You've accomplished something here. You've made some kind of amends with, lessons that you needed to learn, and you've amalgamated things, and you're now starting to see that you can move past something and free yourself up in a certain way, because this is, you starting to feel whole again with that World card. So it does feel like you're feeling like things are, the world is your oyster, that kind of thing. It feels like there's a lot more joy, or at least some kind of light that is coming in here to help you to shed some sense of spiritual growth and self-acceptance. That kind of thing is what those, because the World card is a card of feeling whole, like I said. So it's about finding a certain level of inner peace and able to move into this happy ending here. You're preparing to move into a certain situation more wholeheartedly, because the Judgment card is really a big condition of, I would say, aha moment, but because you're at the Fool card and it's wedged between this new beginning, you're going on to a path that is authentic to you. So it's something that, some sense of self-realization, whatever this direction is, that you're going to be feeling a lot more like you on this path, on this journey. It is you focusing on like a new story, and with that Fool energy. And again, with the Judgment card, I just feel like you're fully embracing this new energy all around. You're really ready to move into this higher flow, higher purpose. Anything that, like I say, is kind of naturally evolving here is what I would say is, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of resistance. You're very open to this new direction. The card of the Fool, again, it's not the Fool 2.0 in this particular deck. It is just the Fool. So the Fool this is still a journey of something fairly new for you. It's a new adventure. It's a change. It's something that's going to upgrade you from where you currently are. It definitely feels like it has some promise and potential. And it just, again, it's a leap into a direction that feels like Judgment to me is where it's kind of a destined sort of feeling of, moving into that kind of energy. So the other part of it is, like I said, the Judgment with World card is still speaking to, this is a very significant transformation from who you were to where you are now. And again, it is a completion of a significant journey here with the World card. So you feel more self-aware, you feel more whole. This is that space of really coming into yourself and finding more meaning through a period of change, so the change has really been meaningful for you. And again, even when we're talking about the Judgment card, I mean, again, that's still a very significant card, but it is a little further out. It's not quite the energy you're in, but it is still kind of life review as well. It is still where you're in the world where you're starting to finish up that cycle and kind of move into wholeness. But again, Judgment is accumulating lessons, and now you need to start those, move past those lessons and kind of jump into this new space. So it's realizing your real path in life, realizing work that you feel, you're valued in. It's kind of where the dream holds, puts you back in the driver's seat. It's all of those things. It's anything where you feel like you're more connected to the path, more spiritually wise. It's where you're finding more enlightenment. It's where there's, truth and more joy, period, in this little connection of cards here. Again, in terms of your finances, I feel like there's somehow a connection with, could be Libra energy here as well, but it's almost like there's a combination of forces that kind of bring things into play. So it's not you doing anything completely on your own. It feels like there's still a significant connection there that is assisting you. So again, I still feel like you are in a regenerative sort of stage here because we do have the Ten of Swords. It is a cycle that's pretty much completing here, and your ability to kind of create a better life for yourself is starting to, slowly build here. So that Page of Pentacles to me is, it's not a big player, but it is an indicator that there's could be syndication about money or something that's going to come through. Somehow, I almost feel like there is a little bit of a disappointment in the middle of the month here, because Page of Pentacles to me that maybe you were hoping for that is not coming in as planned, but I mean, there's still some promise and hope that, and maybe that's what the little test of faith is here with the Nine of Wands, so with the Hermit card. So again, Page of Pentacles is that card of, looking to the practical things in life and how that affects you. But again, the Ten of Swords means something is not really quite what you expect. Maybe there was some reliance on money for something, but it's not quite coming through for you as you had hoped or expected. So, younger person here that's coming in. So, whether this is a certain level of immaturity, because the card is also here, but there's definitely some harsh words that kind of set you back a little bit here. And I feel like you are figuring out a way to handle it with the Hermit card. But it just feels younger person, and others, it's a financial little bit of a letdown here. Small. Again, with to the Ten of Swords, I mean, that's still a card of like wrapping up the end of that cycle. So whatever the Ten of Swords is for you, it does feel like there is some level of, like I said, letdown for sure, but it is a forced change. Something is coming to a resolution. With a younger person for some, but for others, it's, financially there's something that you have to accept here, and and then kind of move on from it. So there's a little bit of misfortune that, or feeling like you're stabbed in the back in some way here, in this particular situation, but you will move on from it. There is forward movement here with the Hermit, but again, it's almost like it was, and again, this could be a feeling of feeling a little bit abandoned by someone here as well. Not in an emotional way, but more of a financial way. So, um, again, it feels like there is some sense that you're going to have to try to make some changes here with that Hermit energy, and you're sort of figuring out, how do I kind of fix, correct, or of energy where you have to really take a look at yourself to, or look within here to be able to, and maybe taking distance self or from others, to be able to figure that out. So again, the Hermit energy is there that is, showing some conflict, but it's definitely feeling like you're stabbed in the back, or harsh words, something along that line. But with the Hermit, I feel like you're searching for some of your own personal answers here at this point. So it looks like after this little argument or fight or whatever, there's a certain level of, you maybe there's, for a minute here, just to sort of figure out how I can move past whatever this situation was. I'm not feeling good about the situation because of this Ten of Swords energy. I definitely feel like I have to, go back to the drawing board to sort of make something happen, and I feel like I am seeking something here with the Magician. I'm trying to figure out a better way to benefit from a situation. So I feel like I could be, um, a little bit, maybe I need how to, create, something that I desire, something I need, something I want. So again, whether you're having to push through with creating some new skill or whatever, it feels like you kind of have to, maybe in some balance with that. But either way, I still feel like you are, in the upper hand of things. I feel, wish is being realized, or at least some sense of, energy is being put into, creating, clearing up a problem, that kind of, are to draw your answers. Is kind of an enlightened father figure, somebody who's more mature, or again, this could also represent here of, cooperation. So, and it feels like you're kind of tying up loose ends with some stuff here, but again, I feel like you're getting a little bit hurt this month, distant, sort of a matter of fact kind of way as well. But I think that that is also going to be your solution to whatever your problem is. So I feel like with that King of Swords, again, it's strategizing to a certain extent, and as well being very, reasonable about, how you have to handle something. So I feel like there is a certain level of, thinking critically about a situation to resolve something. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like I said. And it definitely still revolves around maybe even a legal matter here as well. And it could take some kind of a partnership or something like that to kind of, balance something out. But either way, it's, you not reacting. Um, well, actually, it feels like you are kind of distancing yourself with a certain reaction in this connection. But I still feel like it's more blunt communication either way, blunt communication. And it does seem to be more of a making decisions based on that same kind of energy, you know, trying to be fair and logical about a scenario here. Could be a decision that you have to make here as well with the Two of Cups energy. Doesn't have to be representing a person. Again, can still be in the energy of dealing with, making side of a decision. Like I said, the twos are still about balance and partnerships. So it feels like there's a significant partnership here where there might be a little bit of conflict, but toward the end of the month. But either way, it still feels like there is, some kind of choice or decision needs to be made there with that Two of Cups. So I'm going to say, for the most part, that the energy I'm seeing here is one of needing to cooperate with somebody toward that end of the month. But like I said, the Magician still feels like you are having to kind of restructure a plan and start to, kind of make something happen there, because it's a pretty significant card with the Hermit to have to withdraw, to figure out how to deal with the situation. So I feel like there is a there as well. It's the Two of Cups doesn't necessarily mean lovers. It just indicates that there is something significant, some kind of pairing there that is really relevant. So again, whatever that partnership is for you, or that companionship, whatever that is, it's something that is still going to bring you into alignment and see a little bit more logical in how you deal with it. So you just got pulled back energy here with the King of Swords. So like I said, I just feel like you're in a space by the end of the month where you feel like you need to use more of a distant intellectual approach, you know, again, more mind over matter, or mind over heart, that kind of thing. But it is still a very confident sort of approach. So your directness can be, what I would say is, possibly using it in a manipulative way. I don't want to be, however that resonates for you. But either way, there's a certain level of clarity that is coming through from assistance here with the Two of Cups. So, and that King of Swords. So again, just to kind of recap very shortly, I just wanted the big one. I think this one. So when I'm looking at the World card again and the Judgment, it definitely still appears to be a new chapter, and that is what I would say is your fresh start. So you're really looking for some kind of achievement here that is coming through in more of a spiritual way. But either way, you've got a significant change coming in this month. It's going to help you reach your goals, and I feel like it's a very unique situation to you because you also have the Fool card. The other, yeah, maybe I'll just touch on that one there a little bit again too. Like I said, I mean, the Page of Pentacles, I mean, it could be information that's also coming through for you that might be disappointing. Because but it's still on a, seems to be on a sort of a small token sort of basis. So I don't feel like it is, it does feel like it could be like a sense of betrayal on some scale, or a certain amount of hurt that goes with it. But like I said, I mean, Ten of Swords is still that energy of, you know, finishing up that, you know, conclusive, it's a conclusive kind of energy. It's like whatever is transpired with someone, it's like that energy is now in a space of, you have the power to change your life here with the Magician. The Page is certainly one of growth, but it does indicate that there is a challenging, difficult time that will provide growth. So whatever this situation is at the end of the month, you know, it's urging you to really embrace it, because it's going to give you growth in a good way. And I feel like it's going to help you to overcome a challenge that is going to allow you to work together, you know, in a better way. So it's almost like it's a stepping stone for something to advance. So whatever is that situation, like I said, it's almost a bit of a renewal in a connection, because there's almost some sense that you're trying to understand what's happening there. So I would say together there is a transition about to take place there. But it's a good one, because it's providing you with some kind of new phase of life. But again, on a more basic level, it is something that's going to draw a conclusion where there's going to be some animosity, but it is going to bring you to a new reconnection, albeit one where you're feeling a little bit nervous about it, but where you're just dealing with the person more directly instead of embracing it, with a loving kind of, but it's more of a clear message that helps you to both move forward, is kind of what I would say there. And I'll just maybe touch on this one because the Hermit is still a pretty significant energy there. So again, the Hermit is still coming through as really having to seek some inner knowledge there and able to move forward. But like I said, just trying to get a sense here of, because like I say, the Hermit is still a pulling back energy, and Magician is one of manifestation, one of trying to create something. it's almost like you're considering something with this Page of Pentacles and how to pull it all together, because this is self-reflection. So the world is too, and with the Judgment to me. And like I said, I mean, it's inner wisdom that you're using and you're relying on, but it is still a period of transition and change, as is the Judgment and the World card for me. And it's like you're focusing on things internally as well as externally, you know, to power your desire towards something. But it's also a card of slowing down, giving yourself some, you know, doing something for yourself in terms of self-care, but it's stepping back to kind of reevaluate something here, you know, about your action in a situation. And I feel like it's really, it holds a lot of deep meaning for you with the Magician, you know, because you're really listening to your inner voice here. Yeah, and I feel like, again, it's time for you to just sort of take care of yourself in this period. But I just feel like you're doing that right before you're about to take action. And again, there's still a lot of energy around with that King of Swords, a lot of air sign energy for sure. But again, that King of Swords to me is still an indicator that you're dealing with somebody who is quite significant in your world here. With that Two of Cups, this is a significant connection that there might be some already hurt feelings around with that, because there's so many swords here. Somehow going to advance you forward by taking more of a pulling back sort of energy and not diving in and attacking. It's kind of, it's like a strategy is what you're doing. You're kind of strategizing for harmony and balance is what's happening there. You're reflecting on that bond emotionally, that partnership, or whoever this meaningful person is to you, and you're really trying to make an informed decision, you know, about how to be impartial, how to balance it out, how to stay in, you know, value truth over all and be fair and rational, that kind of thing. I feel like it's almost like there is a certain level of understanding that you're achieving, you know, again, after maybe a little bit of a blow up or a little feeling of betrayal or something. Could be a younger person again, but either way, it's still something that could be in around money or something that you were expecting that didn't quite, you know, follow through in the way that you'd hoped. But either way, there's wisdom and experience that's coming through here by the end of the month. And it still feels like there's a balanced partnership on some level here. A lot of mental connectivity for sure. And it's still in that range of, you know, valuable insight into a relationship or into a connection, because it's right beside the Hermit. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Gemini, for the month of August and 2023, so, or whenever you find this reading. So Big G's out, Hermit and the World and Judgment, and of course 10 of Pentacles. So again, there's a lot of family sort of environment in here for me. And again, like I said, I still feel like you really have some positive cards here, even though it's more of a fresh awakening kind of feel for me. I would say that whatever the big epiphany is, or whatever the big change is that's coming through, it is going to impact your legacy, it is going to impact your resources, your finances, and it is going to be something that could be in around family, or for whoever those you consider to be family. I feel like it's going to impact all those areas. And either way, like I said, the Nine of Wands still speaks to that energy of kind of finishing up a cycle, could be a last test or something that's coming through here. But either way, there is prosperity further out, a lot of hard work yet to do, a lot of kind of a difficult time, but you will be stronger for doing it. There might be a certain level of attention that you need to pay to yourself, like I said, with that Page of Pentacles also. And it certainly kind of speaks to you fearing being hurt again, maybe in a particular situation. Just because we have some Ten of Swords, we do have a significant connection, and we do have some Nine of Wands. There's some resistance around that. But I still feel like you're pushing through, you know, towards your goals and financial stability. And again, just because I see the Nine of Wands here, it's almost like after a period of struggle, there is some stability and abundance and a fresh new sense of who you are, how you identify yourself in the world, and moving towards new success. So that's what I have for you. And so take care, keep moving forward, never give up, and we'll see you in future reads. That's what I have for you, Gemini, for the month of August.